Right, welcome back to my channel. Thought I would come and show you guys my little package of tools I use for my working out, because I obviously do my working out at home, and yeah, that's just how it is. Fun fact, actually, literally tomorrow I'm picking up from one of the Amazon lockers some heavier weights, and I'll get into that in a minute. But let's start on. First thing I obviously own is a yoga mat, which is this beautiful thing. I've had this for years. This has been probably in my life for like 5 years or so. It's getting very worn to the point where it's starting to like shred, so I'm getting pieces of mat everywhere. Saying that though, I have just bought myself a new one, which is here, packaged still. So I'm hoping to see if this will work better and won't be as, no, I'm not terrible. I mean, not terrible, terrible, T-E-A-R, able. I forgot how to spell it, but yeah, so I've got this, and it's meant to be good for yoga and Pilates and things like that. So I bought one of those. Weights wise, as I said, I bought a new weights today, actually, in the Black Friday deals at Amazon. They've already started and they were going out for cheaper, so I thought I'd buy some. So at the moment I currently own a 1 kilo set of dumbbells, which I still need to use for a couple of moves, just because that's just how life is. Sometimes it takes, well, for some moves it takes longer to progress to heavier weights than others. I don't think I'm there yet on a couple of moves. I've also, oh, the other one's over there, but I've also got 2 kilo dumbbells. I've got another one which is over there, yonder. I don't know if you can see it. No, you can't, because it's literally like there, but you can't see it. Yeah, I've got 2 kilos. I use these for the majority of moves now. As I said, there's a couple of moves I still need to downgrade to 1 kilo. I found that like I had to move up to 2 kilos probably about week 6 or 7, so like halfway through of my progress of this program that I'm doing, the 12-week program that I have been doing. So there's that. And then I've also got another set of 1 kilo weights, which was an accident by Decathlon, and then I never bothered taking it back. So I've just got a set of spares. And then I've bought some 5 kilo weights. I've also got another one of these as well. So it's a set of dumbbells that are 5 kilos. This is too heavy for me. So the weight I bought is a 3 kilo weight, or dumbbell set, should I say. It's not one singular 3 kilo weight, and I'm quite excited because there's certain moves like rows where you have to use dumbbells, and like bicep curls and things, where I find it really easy now, which is hilarious to think about. Like 7 or 8 weeks ago, I found it really difficult using 2 kilo weights. So something's definitely working its magic, for sure. Also, randomly, I've also got, not randomly, but just in general, I've got a 6 kilo kettlebell. I actually bought the 6 kilo kettlebell because when you use it with both hands, it doesn't feel like it's 6 kilos. But that is the fun there. Going on to other equipment, that's the word I use, for stuff like step ups and my tricep thingies, dips, and my knee ups and all that stuff. I use my couch or I use my stool thing. Funnily enough, for Christmas I am probably going to ask for a stability ball and for a workout bench, so I don't have to use my furniture as my workout tools. I don't feel very safe half the time when I'm doing it because they're cushioned, but anyway, there's that. So I have got resistance bands. This pink one is in, I was going to say a shade, is in the resistance, is in the light. I have no idea. I actually don't need to use this for much anymore, but there's like 1 or 2 moves where I still need it, so haven't progressed out of using it completely yet. That's normal, it takes time to progress. One of the moves I struggle with still that I have to use for this one is like the pull aparts. So when you have to pull, do that. I am still struggling with that. However, I'm progressing well, and I have moved on to this one, which is, where is it? The medium version. If you're wondering where I got these on Amazon. They're just brand. I basically chose, I think, either the most popular or the most relevant, or the one with the most reviews or something. I just picked a set and went with it. So yeah, when I first started using this one, I definitely can't do pull aparts on this one because it doesn't have that stretch on it. But when I first started using it, it was very tough because transferring over to this using rows, it was quite difficult. So I don't know whether it's age and it's getting more slack, or if it's me getting stronger, but I can do rows quite well with it now, which is great. So yeah, loving that. I do have, if I ever need it, I do have a heavy resistance band too, but I'm not too sure I'll need it for a long time. I think probably the medium is probably the best bet for a while. I think I get enough workout using this one that this one's not necessary yet. Now I also have got like these things as well. These are resistance loops, so you put them around your legs to do squats, or like a squat walk, or do anything really, not bicep curls, hamstring curls. You can use this for as well. This is the light one, the X light, should I say. This is also a random set I've got from Amazon. So rounding wise, that's how I chose it. I didn't really choose it, I just sort of chose a random set because I was in need of it to do this program. So the light one, I actually barely used this. I thought it was too easy the first week, so that's been sitting here. I'm not too sure when I'll need to use it, but it's not necessary. Then the next one up is this one, which is light, and I still think this is probably too light for me, but I'm too scared to go up any higher, so I haven't done it yet. But I have got 3 more options if necessary. So there is a medium, a heavy, and an X heavy. I am slowly building my home gym, slowly and surely. If I had enough money and I didn't live in a flat, I think I would have built like an entire gym. I'm actually very tempted to make my spare room, which used to be was going to be my filming room, and is now my old editing room because my computer doesn't work. I'm very tempted to make that room into a gym and put all the stuff in there. What I like would love is like a barbell set, but I don't know where I'd keep it in my flat. I mean, is it weird to have that on show? I need to probably like make a little feature in my flat for gym supplies because I'm loving it, but there's some moves where I think maybe it'd be best to do this. So for the program I use, it like requests using stability balls and benches and barbells and dumbbells and things and skipping ropes. I don't have a skipping rope, so I tend to just do the motional skipping without the skipping rope. But yeah, there's stuff like barbell moves, which I always alternate into dumbbell moves, and I also alternate like bench stuff as well to make it work with a sofa or I was going to say sofa or couch. Makes sense, doesn't it? So yeah, there you go. There's my little rundown of the equipment I own, I use, and it's slowly and surely growing as the day goes by. I was doing Pilates before, or yoga should I say, so I do own a block as well, which I think is very, very handy. And also for Pilates yoga wise, I do own one of those belt things as well, which helps you with flexibility too. So just saying, I'm all kitted out for those type of workouts. I do own one of these as well, which is another resistance band thing, but it is so old. I think it used to be my mum's, to the point where it's got like no resistance in it, and that's why I ended up buying, because I realised I was wrapping this up like 2 or 3 times to make it the strength it needed to be. So I gave up and bought all those resistance bands and loops and things. So yeah, I bought the loops because I'd seen people using the bands and like tying them up, and I was like, that doesn't look like it's very effective, so I decided just to buy my own. It's really funny to think that I never thought I'd be one of these people who would do this. I honestly thought I'd always be like a couch potato, and I thought I would be like I don't know what comparison to say, but like, you know, like to the point where I would be the width of my couch. But I have thoroughly enjoyed working out, and it's so much fun. It's weird, isn't it? I find it really exciting, and I actually look forward to coming home and getting my workout done. Like, it's my highlight of my day, coming home and doing my workout. And the fun of it all is that I don't have to worry about going to the gym. I don't have to worry about equipment being available, because that's one thing I think I'd struggle with following this program, is if I went to a gym, it's likely that the equipment that I need will probably be used up. So that's one thing I actually quite enjoy about this, is that it's pretty breezy in that situation. So yeah, there you go. There's my little update for you guys now. I'm now going to make myself a cup of tea and go to bed. I just really wanted to let you guys in on how things are going. I think, I'm not gonna lie, just because it's like what I'm really into right now, don't be surprised if there's a lot more fitness / exercise videos mentioned or coming out on my channel. Definitely, probably, very unlikely have like the 6-pack sort of body, because I don't have that that work ethic to do that. Like, that's to do with like a bit of protein and probably steroids and probably to do with their food. And I just eat whatever I want, and I work out because it makes me feel good. And if it makes a difference to how I look, then so be it. If it doesn't, then at least it's kind of keeping me the same as I am currently. Like, my weight hasn't fluctuated. It only moved up when I went to Portugal, but since I come back, it's now gone back down again to how it was before. I don't often pay attention to my calorie intake. However, every now and again, I do revisit and make sure I am eating comfortably. I'm not going over a lot. So there are times where, you know, I will weigh my food because I'm someone who does struggle with portion sizes. I'm very known to eat more than my dad at dinner times. So yeah, there's part of me that has decided that I should probably start like making sure I'm getting the appropriate amount. So I do weigh my breakfasts and my dinners every now and again, just to make sure I'm not overdoing it, because I can very easily overeat and that will increase my weight. Anyway, there's my little spiel for you guys today. I apologise for my unkempt look, but it is Friday evening and it's not like anyone else is seeing me apart from like the few hundred people who are watching me on YouTube. But what can I say? I like showing who I really am. No filter on me, especially now that I don't have Final Cut Pro. Alright, hi guys. So as I mentioned last night, I was going to be getting some new weights today. So to continue on my video from yesterday, my little topic, I got these today. Yes, they are the 3 kilo weights and I'm so excited to start using them because, as I mentioned yesterday, things are getting a little easy. So my weight storage now looks like the following. So I've got my 3 kilograms, my 2 kilograms, my 1 kilograms, my 6 kilo kettlebell, and my 5 kilo dumbbells. So yeah, slowly and surely adding more and more to my collection. Currently 11 a.m. Already this morning I went to pick up these from one of the lockers in Milton Keynes, and then I went food shopping. I don't usually go food shopping on a Saturday. I usually go about 3 p.m-ish on Sundays because that's usually when it gets quiet. But I made a decision because I'm actually not in Milton Keynes tomorrow. I'm going to be at a little thing with my mum at Wadston Manor. As I'm going to Wadston Manor tomorrow with my mum, I thought I probably wouldn't want to do my food shopping in the morning. So instead, I decided I would wake up early this morning, get the thing out the locker and then go food shopping. I had hopes that it wouldn't be very busy. I think I ended up getting there about 9:30, 10 o'clock, and no, it was about 9:45, I think, and it was pretty good actually. There were a lot of spaces available, so I think maybe if I'm not ridiculous and go back to my new normal routine, I think mornings are the way forward to go food shopping. Yeah, and it feels quite nice that I've already got it out of the way. I don't have to worry about it. I'm watching I'm a Celebrity, as you can tell up there. I am very behind. This was shown on Tuesday or Wednesday, I think, and I'm only just watching it, so I'm like 4 days behind, which is fine. I plan to try and catch up this afternoon. Also, because I'm going to be at Waddesdon Manor tomorrow and I usually go for my walks on Sundays, I'm going to, instead of doing one of the resistance workouts, I think I'm gonna go for a long walk instead. I've done the 4 well, I can't say it. I've done the 4 resistance workouts that I need to do this week, but there's always like 2 optional workouts that I can do on top of those. And I don't often do them, but sometimes I do if I have a Sunday free or a Saturday free. But as I'm going to do my walk today, I'm not going to do my resistance workout, so I'm going to go low on my resistance workout this week. So that officially means, I guess, I've completed week 11, so on to week 12 next week, which is nutters. I was going to say mad, but I changed it to nutters. Anyway, enough talking. I'm going to put my watch on charge, watch the next half an hour of I'm a Celebrity, and then I may go for little walkies. I don't know if I'll film it because I'll probably forget, and I'll probably be using my phone to listen to things rather than to talk to. I don't know. We'll see. Last week I think I ended up going for a 2-hour walk, so we'll see how it goes this time around. I mean, I did go the wrong way a couple of times last time, so yeah, I got kind of scared by people, so we'll see. Alright, good evening guys. I've just been back from Waddesdon, and just as I was walking through the building door, I bumped into one of my neighbours, and I thought he lived across from me, like he did live across from me, but apparently since May he's been living on the ground floor, and I had literally no idea that had happened. The only thing I thought was weird was the fact that he was no longer living in his parking space, which really threw me, because like I see his car in the car park, but it's never in his specific space for the flat. So I was like, what's happened there? Just got the download from him that 2 people have moved in, and that's those 2's cars, which is why they're in his spaces, and that he now lives on the bottom floor, which I'm really confused about, but okay. Well, I'm not confused about, I'm just really thrown that that's happened, because I'd assumed for ages. But what doesn't surprise me is that people have moved in. I just assumed he'd got new housemates or something, because I've had to get parcels for them, if that makes sense. After the parcels for them, should I say, when they missed them, because they seem to miss their parcels all the time, and their names are not the name of the guy who lived opposite me, so I just assumed that he had got new housemates. And then not only that, the person who I got on well with, this woman, not girl, lady, who lives 1 floor below me and has got 3 kids and a husband, has apparently left, and she's taken 2 of her kids with her, left the 3rd child here with her husband, so they're split up. But they only got married in October last year, so like not even October. They got married in the summer. Sorry, I don't know why I said October, but they got married in the summertime, so it's not like they've had months. But I think that's really thrown me as well. Let's call her Gemma. So not her real name, obviously. So Gemma moved out with her 2 older kids from a previous relationship, left the youngest one that she had with this guy here with the man, and Gemma said something like she couldn't handle living here any longer because of all the problems they've been having, and the space is too small, and the noise that they've been having, like, because people like to sleep with their windows open, people around here don't like agree with that, not agree with that, but they don't really care about that. So they'll be out, like in the summertime, out late at night, singing, dancing, putting music on really loudly and making it like really disruptive. I can sleep through that, Gemma can't. So yeah, apparently she's moved out. So that's 3 sets of people that I had no idea about things happening. Bloke who lived opposite me, he's moved to the ground floor. We've got a couple who have moved opposite me who I've never met, and we've got Gemma, who has moved out with her 2 oldest kids and left her youngest one here with her ex. And it really throws me off and that really throws me mainly because she and him only recently got married, and I don't know, I think the bloke opposite me, the bloke who used to live opposite me, was mentioning something about like how she was struggling to live here because of like major problems and things. But I'm shook. Like, all this has been happening and I've just been living in my own world, minding my own business, and had no idea. Did not realise at all. So, well done me for being attentive and not realising 3 separate households had changed in the last 6 months. Alright, welcome back to my channel. One thing I thought would be really obvious when I started wearing a hearing aid is how obvious it is that I'm wearing a hearing aid, but you literally can barely or at all notice it / see it unless I turn my head. I don't usually wear my hearing aid when I'm at home by myself. I usually come home, take it out, and then do a workout. But I'm not feeling 100% today, so I'm not. In actual fact, if you can see down there, well, you can see, I'm making myself a toad in the hole, which is for you guys who don't know what a toad in the hole is. Where the hell have you been? It is basically Yorkshire pudding and sausages, and it's delicious. And if you don't know what Yorkshire pudding is, it's essentially pancake mix or crepe mix, however you want to say it. Like you know, the thin pancakes, not the American disgusting pancakes, but the nice pancakes, crepes. Same mixture, you just put it in the oven and it froze, and it's so nice. And it's one of my favourite things to make. And look at it. Oh, it has grown so much. Oh, it smells so good too. So tomorrow I'm working from home, and I'm finally having the plumber around to do the boiler service in here, but also to get my bath tap fixed. So well up for that, because it's been nearly 2 years. It's pretty much been a year and 3/4 of another year, so nearly 2 of me having a broken tap in the bath. And it's because it's a mixer tap. One side does the choosing if it's a shower or bath, and the other side does the temperature. The choosing if it's bath and a shower / it being on or off is really stiff, and when the water gets really hot, I think it must expand or something, and it makes it even more difficult. So finally getting that fixed. Also, can we talk about the fact that this jumper is actually my mum's, and I'm wearing it? Kind of dig it, to be fair though. Trying to show you guys it in a more better place, but yeah, it is so comfy and warm, and I mean, it does look like an accident's happened, but I kind of like it. Not gonna lie, it's really nice and cozy wozy. I've been trying to tidy my flat up as well. That's another reason why I didn't do a workout today. I'm trying to tidy my flat up, so that it doesn't look like a mess when the plumber comes tomorrow, because that's awkward. Also, since my last communication with you guys, I bought myself one of these. It is an Alexa. Don't want to say the word, otherwise it will go off. Alexa, what is my name?
I'm not sure who's speaking, but you're in Katie's account. To teach me to recognize your voice, just say, Alexa, learn my voice.
There we go. Good morning, guys. It's currently 8 a.m. and I'm working from home today. And I thought I would bring you guys along. So it's 8 a.m. Bear in mind, look how dark it is. I literally hate the mornings. It is so dark. Anyway, the plumber's coming at 10, so that means I've got an hour of working before he comes. It's been actually quite nice because I've been able to have a little bit of a lie-in, because I know I don't have to leave at 8:30, so it's quite cool. I have to say, working from home is a rarity. I barely do it. It's just easier to work at work, and I usually have a parent or two who can do stuff here. What I don't have here, which is annoying, is usually when I work from home I have my Mac, but as my Mac isn't working, I have to just use my laptop screen, which is like a normal laptop screen size. So working is going to be interesting. I tried to see if I had a connection that went from my computer to my TV, so I could use that as a big screen, but I couldn't find it, so a little bit annoying, not gonna lie, a little bit annoying. Anyway, I actually don't feel very well today. I feel really dizzy, so I'm gonna drink a lot of fluids this morning and then head into work at lunchtime. Shall I show you what my bath looks like currently? I mean, I've just had a shower, so it looks a bit wet, but this is the current situation. Current bathtub and shower. Alright, hi guys, so it's now Saturday. I feel so unwell, I'm sure you can see it in your face, but I was just editing the video you've just watched on my phone, because that's where I'm editing my vlogs currently, and I realised I kind of ended it not showing you guys the end result of my shower, so here it is. This is my new tap. So it's a little bit different, but the same overall, which is good. So it's still got the temperature gauge on this side. This side now just does the bath, and then this thing up here chooses whether it's the shower. So yeah, killing it. Anyway, I'm gonna go back to bed now. Just thought I would pop on here and do that. I'm really annoyed because I feel so rough. I was meant to go to my Christmas do last night. Instead, I came home, fell asleep, and I fell asleep at 6, and I woke up at 6 this morning. So I had like 12 hours sleep, which is nuts. Like, I don't think that's happened in a while. But I still don't feel that much better. As you can see, I've still got remnants of yesterday's makeup on, so doing really well. I've just been laying in bed, to be fair, most of the day, because I didn't see any point of getting up. I'm still in my PJ, well, yeah, half my PJs. So yeah, really gutted I missed out last night, but I was tempted to go. And then I realised that we'd be getting home about 1 in the morning, and just the thought of that made me cry inside, just because of how unwell I was feeling yesterday. I thought I was going to be fine. I was fine up until lunchtime, and at lunchtime I just started getting worse and worse and worse, and then about 5:30, when it was time to either choose to stay or go home, I decided that it's probably best for me to go home, because I would not have enjoyed the evening there. So instead I went to bed and slept for 12 stinking hours. mad.